is Avery Taylor, and today I'll be taking you through what I think will happen in the upcoming MLB playoffs. If you enjoy this type of content, please be sure to hit the like and subscribe. And as always, I hope you enjoy, and let's get right into it. Starting in the wildcard round, we have the Brewers versus the Diamondbacks. I really don't have a logical explanation as to why I'm favoring the Diamondbacks in this series, but I have them moving forward over the Brewers. I just don't think the Brewers offense can necessarily get it done. And I think getting Zach Gallen in a best of three is just a win-win condition. The other National League wildcard game is the Phillies versus Marlins. Now here, I don't have such the same story, and I think the Phillies will begin another run here at the wildcard, beating the Marlins relatively soon. On the American League side, the Rangers versus Rays has got to be one of the better wildcard matchups we've had in a while. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Rangers. I think that offense is just going to be absurd in the postseason whenever you factor in they might be getting back some of their star players as well. And then finally, we have the Twins and the Blue Jays. If the Blue Jays were in the AL Central, they would have won the division. And I think outright they're just a better team. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Blue Jays. Sticking with the Blue Jays, they go into a series against the Houston Astros, and this is a tough series for me because I don't think the Astros are as dominant as they once were, and I just think they haven't looked necessarily up to their form so far this year. And then you have the Blue Jays roster, who I realistically like a lot, but they just haven't realistically met the quotas that you would expect of this core, and at the end, I think the championship pedigree steps through. I think the Astros come away with this series, but not easily. In the other American League Division series, we have the Rangers and Orioles. I think that the young Orioles will struggle in the postseason compared to the regular season. I think that they just need a little bit more time to gel and be more experienced to really succeed in the postseason. And I think that Rangers offense is just going to absolutely carry them through. I know they don't have the best starting pitching, but neither do the Orioles. And I think it would be a fun series. I think there should be a lot of runs scored, especially once they get away from Baltimore. But I think it'll be a great series, and I think that the Rangers should pull away slightly. On the American League side of things, we have the Diamondbacks versus Dodgers. Here, I think that this is where the skill difference really gets exploited. The Diamondbacks are a fun team to follow, but I just don't think that they have near the skill level that the Dodgers do, and I think the Dodgers prevail. In the other interdivisional matchup, we have the Braves versus Phillies. This is a really interesting series as these teams met up last year. The Braves were looking very similar, where they looked unbeatable, and then the Phillies got hot, came in, and beat them. I think the Braves get their revenge this year. I'm not sure anybody can touch the Braves. Their roster is just absurd. They're playing well. They've been playing well all year, and they finally have the final raid boss in Ronald Acuna Jr. In the championship series, we have the Braves versus Dodgers. Very similar teams. They've been on a crash course for much of the last, 10 years, it feels like. Probably closer to 5, but, it feels like a while. I think that the Braves, in my opinion, are just playing better, and they just have a little bit better talent, but, it's really close. And at the end of the day, I'm going to go with the Braves, but if you went with either one, I don't think there's a wrong answer in this. And then on the other side, we had the battle for Texas, the Texas Rangers versus the Houston Astros. Again, I don't think the Astros are necessarily playing at the level that they have before. And I think that by this point, the Rangers will be playing some of the best baseball they have all year. And at that point, I think the Rangers just being hot will outlast the Astros, championship pedigree. I don't love this Astros team necessarily as much as before, and I don't think they've been playing nearly as well. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Texas Rangers to make it to the World Series to versus the Atlanta Braves. And finally, we have the Rangers versus the Braves in the World Series. We have the hot team versus the loaded team, and personally, I'm going to take the Atlanta Braves. I think they have the better starting pitching. I think they have the better pitching across the board, especially with Jacob deGrom not being able to go. And I just think that they just have enough to outlast them over the course of a 7-game series, even though the Rangers will be hot at this point coming from the wild card. I think the Braves just have too much talent to not pull through in a 7-game series, especially against a team that doesn't have necessarily the greatest starting pitching. Let me know what your guys' bold predictions are down below. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching, and have a wonderful day.